This segment is brought to you by Buick, exceptional by design.
Hey everybody, welcome back into By Time. Harry McCullough here. The Parish Council meeting for Terrebonne Parish will be on Wednesday. We always do a preview, and here to talk about it is Vice Chair Ms. Kim Chauvin, District 8. So Kim, thanks so much for being with us. I know Wednesdays is the official meeting when we do it, but you guys also have committee meetings during the week and do a lot of things. As we preview for Wednesday's meeting, we're going to start with, I guess you're going to have hearings on servitudes, which is something I didn't realize. I just thought servitudes are just power lines or something, but that's something that goes back to the 40s, I guess, where they etched out servitudes for the parish government. Some of them no longer used, and you can give that back to the property owners or somebody else can take care of it. But there is a process. Tell me about that.
So there wasn't a process before, and they're trying to make a clear process for folks that want to try and get that abandonment property back in that case. And what it is they have an application to fill out, and within that application, that application goes out to the different departments like planning and zoning, utilities, and public works. And when that comes back, it will tell you if it's no longer needed. Now, with that, you may have to do additional work for pipelines. We're not advocating, we're not saying that you're going to get it cleared, but it will be a parish clearance if it's possible. But pipelines, Entergy, AT&T, Spectrum, you name it, those things you're going to have to go on your own for. That will be additional work on your part of it. But it used to be that the parish paid for it when someone came in for a dededication. And so because some of these servitudes are from the 1940s, it begins to be costly in legal fees. And administration wanted to make a clear process, but also wanted to put the burden off of taxpayers and onto the property owner that's coming in for that portion of it. Now, you can do your own legwork for the title and different things like that, but this is what we're looking at doing. And in that, once all of that's done, it doesn't mean that you're definitely going to get that approval. So it is one of those things that they have to check on it and see. But it does come back to the parish council for a vote.
Right.
So it's not going to be a done deal on that part of it.
Right. But it could save the parish some money. You can liability, those kind of things, and
Yes.
property owners could actually get their more property back to where they live.
Right.
So
Right.
It could be a win-win for
Or
everybody.
things that we're not using, we should not be keeping.
Sure. Looking at the rest of the agenda, I see a lot of budget, and there's a chance you guys can ratify the budget this upcoming meeting. I guess there's going to be a vote on that, but there's still a lot of budget things, committee meetings and all those kind of things.
Yes.
So that's on here as well.
Yeah, so we're cleaning up a lot of different things that need to be done. And, some things that kind of stick out to me is that we have money that is being asked of us from for the Bayou Country Sports Park, and it's coming from the parish-wide recreation fund. And I always question this because while we need to look at things as a whole for Terrebonne Parish, we sometimes have to stop. I'm in District 8. I need to look on the east side of Houma and say, we don't have enough stuff going on here. So in my part of it, I'm looking at Bayou Country Sports Park should already be self-sufficient. You've poured a lot of money into this. So it's a problem for me to continue giving to something that's not exactly returning the money back. Right. And there has to come a point where we look at these things and what's the betterment on this side of it, on the east side. I have Rio Vista Park that we took from Recreation 11 because it was not being maintained in the proper mode. And so they took the playground equipment off. I don't have playground equipment for all these kids in a neighborhood. I need this back there. You need the softball field back done correctly on the east side, Air Base Park. I have things that need to be done there too. And so I look at this in a different light on those things. And so we have 175,000 that's wanting to go into Bayou Country Sports Park on one part of the budget. And then for repairs, 31,000. And I'm thinking, like, there had to be something that you become self-sufficient. We cannot keep doing this. We cannot keep pulling from
Or
our
just switch
parish
the pathways
recreation.
from now, right? Yeah.
Right,
Or where we're
right.
headed, yeah.
Right. So that's a couple of things that we're looking at in that. And then one of them is a juvenile detention center that it's costing more money to run it on that part of it. And then we look at some of the parts is like it's grants coming in for HPD. And so they have to follow those strings that come with each one of those grants. They have like 3 grants that are coming in.
Most grants do have some kind
Yeah,
of string attached
lots of
where
strings.
you have to do a match some kind of way. So
Right.
you have to decide whether the grant is worth the extra cost of matching those grants
Yes.
a lot of times.
Yes.
Yeah, very interesting. So, but at the end of the day, will you guys vote on the budget on
We
this
will.
meeting?
We will. And if it does not pass, then it reverts to 2025.
And you
We're
guys
in
are
trouble.
reducing the budget
Yes.
this year. And we've seen that in Baton Rouge and New Orleans and all those things.
And look, they've given us ample time to ask the questions that we need to ask, go into the meetings. They called us to meetings so that we can ask those questions, and even at those committee hearings.
Yeah. So very interesting, and we'll see what happens, and see if we have a budget and what's going on. Well, thank you so much. That'll be Wednesday. Appreciate it, Kim. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Bayou Time right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Buick. Exceptional by design.